on a 6-2 run in the NBA Finals. Let's talk Game 4. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and that's right, we're back to talk some more NBA Finals between the Thunder and the Pacers. The Pacers' magical season continues. They are now up 2-1, and we had our third straight winning day in the finals. Like I just mentioned, 6-2 run so far. We'll go over the recap in just a little bit, but it's been a nice little way to end the season, that's for sure. And then a finals futures update. One OKC win away from over 5.5 games cashing. Gotta love that. And then Andrew Neesmith to lead the series in three-pointers made at plus 425. It took a little bit of a hit in game 3. I'm not going to lie. He was leading, and then he had foul trouble and only hit 1 3. Dort hit 4. So Dort has 10 made, Halliburton 9, Neesmith has 8, and then Caruso 7, Toppin 6. So we still got a chance. But anyways, just wanted to update you on the futures bets. But anyways, as you guys know, quick reminder, MLB Best Bets video will be out later tonight for the Friday slate as we look to turn it around in the MLB, that's for sure. And then Outlier, you guys know any graphics you see are from Outlier. It is the best betting research tool on the market today. I've used this every single day, the entire NBA season. If you guys want to try it out, click that link below. You get a 7-day free trial. So let's start it out, and I have a dad joke for you. Here we go. My wife worships me. She puts burnt offerings in front of me every night. Alrighty, don't tell her that. In this video, we're going to recap Game 3, and then we're going to go over my best bets. I got 2 of them for you, and of course, we'll finish it with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Come join this awesome community. Also, the Discord link is below. Completely free to join. Come talk sports with us every single night. So let's get it rolling, and that means it's recap time. All right, there it is. Another 2-in-1 day, and we start with Cotton Eye Joe. Under a half assist, got the job done. Barely played. It was a beautiful, beautiful winner. Pacers plus 5.5. How about that one? I should have went with the money line. It really was between that and the money line, and it would have been a nice plus money winner. But either way, we'll take it. Minus 110 winner. And then Alex Caruso over 9.5 points. He ended with 8. Just did not take a lot of shots. It was just kind of weird how it worked out. He didn't have a lot of free throw attempts, a lot of field goals compared to usual, but played big minutes. So it is what it is. 1 bucket away. But finals record, like as you see there, 6-2, 98-67 in the under player prop tracker for the year. 2 more under wins and we can hit 100. But there's the playoff record. As you guys know, we were down like 6-7 units at one point. Now down pretty much just a half unit on the playoffs. And then we won 29 units this season. So that's what we got for the recap. It's now time for Game 4. All right, we head back out to Indiana where the Pacers host the OKC Thunder. Thunder minus 6. Total in this one was 225.5. Spread was 5.5 with a 228.5 total last game. So even though the Thunder lost, the book said, you know what, I don't care. The Thunder is still going to be minus 6. But the total did go down a few points. Just honestly, it was a great defensive effort by the Pacers in Game 3. Something we don't usually talk about with them, but Nemhard's done a pretty good job on SGA. And nobody's given them a chance to win this series. They are now 2 wins away from an unprecedented NBA title. It's just insane. But anyways, let's get right to the best bets. Like I said, I got 2 of them for you. The first one, Jalen Williams under 32.5 PRAs at minus 105 on BetMGM. Half unit play for me here. Coming off a great Game 3. No doubt about it. I think it's a good time to fade him a little bit here. Good sell high spot. In his 19 playoff games he has played so far, he's under this line in 12 of those 19, and he's only done it or gone over this line in back-to-back games in the playoffs 1 time. And I believe that was actually against the Grizzlies, which, you know, a team that doesn't play defense. He's shooting just 31% from deep this playoffs. He's averaging 11 RAs per game on 20 potentials. In his last 6 playoff games, he has 10 or less RAs in 5 of those last 6. So, I mean, if you look at how he's been doing with rebounds and assists, he's going to need to score 22, 23 easily, or at least, I mean, just to go over this. And he hasn't even hit 20-plus points in 10 of his last 15 games. So I think this line is just a little bit too high. Last 2 series and the first 3 games of this series is what I was talking about as the last 15 games. He did well versus Memphis, but again, I'm not even counting that series because they're horrendous defensively. But when a guy has a big game, especially in the playoffs, you usually see adjustments to slow him down. He took 19 shots in Game 1. What happened in the second game? He was only limited to 14 shots in Game 2. And then he had 18 in Game 3. Now I expect Carlisle and the Indiana Pacers to make some adjustments. I'm not expecting around 20 shots because I also expect SGA, who did not shoot a ton, last game with the season on the line. I expect him to act like an MVP and be extremely aggressive here. I don't think this is a J-Dub game. I think it's more of an SGA game. Again, more of a feel for me. But J-Dub is under this line in 61% of games overall this season. Blowout, foul trouble. Obviously, both of those things work in our favor for an under as well. So I'm going to have to fade him. Give me Jalen Williams under the 32.5 PRAs. That's my first best bet. Now, my second one. I'm going to go with the man I just went with, and there's our only loss last game, Alex Caruso. Give me his over 15.5 PRAs, minus 132 on FanDuel. It is a little bit juicy. If you can only get 16.5, I like it there for a half unit as well. But we're going back to it. We're not going to say, we're never betting him again because he let us down or anything. Caruso doesn't start. You guys know that, but he's still seen big minutes, 28, 27, and 32 minutes. And he was out there closing game 3. He's a big part of this team. They want him out there in this series, especially when they go small and you see Hartenstein not play as much. But in this series so far, he's had 19, 17, and 24 PRA. So he's over in all 3 games. That's a good hit rate. Taken 8, 11, and last game only 5 field goal attempts. Yes, just 5. And guess what? He still went over this PRA's line. I expect more shots in game 4. I thought that was just kind of one of those weird games where he just wasn't involved as much. He's averaging 8 rebound chances and 3 potential assists. So 11 potential RAs per game is a pretty nice number when you only have a 15.5 PRA's line. He's been able to rack up stats, especially shooting, whether it's three-point line or free throw line. But whether he plays with the first unit or the second unit, he's shown that he can produce as well. Like I said, though, I also expect a lot more aggressiveness. He went to the free throw line quite a bit at the end of the Minnesota series, the first 2 games of this series, and then last game, like I said, just wasn't involved very much, and he still went under. So in games he's played 26 or more minutes this year, as you can see by this outlier screenshot, he's over in 7 of 10 games, averaging 20.1 PRAs per game. So when he gets the minutes, he easily produces. Sorry, I was just trying to say something. Last game was his floor for him for field goal attempts, free throw attempts, and he still managed to go over. So I think we're getting kind of a nice buy low spot because if he would have had a good game in game 3, I think we're looking at a 17.5 PRA line pretty easily. So give me Caruso over 15.5 PRAs. That is my second and final best bet for this game. If I have a third one, I will add it in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. So be sure to stay tuned. But let's get a nice 2-0 sweep and just stay hot in the NBA Finals. So that's what we got. Before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. The 2 best bets so far. Give me J-Dub under 32.5 PRAs at minus 105 and Alex Caruso over 15.5 PRAs at minus 132. Again, playable at 16.5 as well. Let's get some winners. Thank you guys for watching. As always, again, any added plays will be in the pinned comments below. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Appreciate the support. Hope you have a great Friday. Enjoy Game 4, and we'll talk to you soon.